welcome to the Tuesday edition of Talking Football, where we take a close look at everything happening in the Spanish and French leagues. With me here in the studio are football analyst Amit Leventhal and I24 News Michael Friedman, who takes a look at the reactions in the press. And today we will talk of the incredible show by Cristiano Ronaldo and his performance for Real Madrid. And the French Classique may have left Marseille out of the championship race. All this and much more coming up right now. We begin in Spain, where Luis Enrique returned to Vigo, the place where he was the manager last year. The home team made it very hard for him, but a late Jeremy Mathieu header gave the league leaders a valuable 3 points. Amit, 9 matches left. They have 4 points over Real Madrid. If it goes their way, it should be theirs. It's theirs to win, but it's also theirs to lose.
Yes, and Barcelona, they lost to Vigo at home in November and lost first place. And if they win the championship, I think it's a big match. It's a big goal. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 5 goals, but Jeremy Mathieu's only goal was more important than all 5 of Ronaldo's yesterday.
They're worth the same points at the end of the day.
Sunday. Yes, exactly. And even Ronaldo didn't score the important goal. It was Gareth Bale, the first one, in 0-0. Yes, and many things, Xavi, for example, who is going to Qatar in the summer, he came off the bench and had an assist from the free kick. Barcelona, 13 goals from free kicks this season, much improved than last few seasons. So in the aerial game, they improve a lot. They also concede less. It looks good for them, because in a day when, after the international break, when Messi, Neymar and Suarez, they actually don't fire and they still win, it's a great compliment for the team.
And now, Michael, not the best game for Barcelona, and yet what does the press take on this?
The Guardian headlines read, Barcelona get better off Celta Vigo with priceless header from Jeremy Mathieu. So Barcelona, they looked, to allow Real Madrid closer into the title race, but the Frenchman was able to provide a very important goal. Mathieu said it was very tough, very difficult game. Celta was better than us in the first half, but sometimes games are decided in the details. The coach had high praise for him as well, and he said, we believe that they are important points because this was a very difficult match for them, and to win with the squad that they had, it was very important. Sometimes you have to suffer a bit, but they were able to get through. And the press noticed that the MSN, the trio, didn't score or have any assists. So that was, anytime they don't have any numbers on the board, it's always difficult for them.
And the two most important players in this match, Claudio Bravo, the goalkeeper, and Mathieu, the defender, both of them. Andoni Zubizarreta, the sporting director, who let go in January. He's becoming a star that is not there.
Yeah, he knows what players to bring. Yeah. And while it was tough for Barcelona, Real Madrid had one big party. 9-1 was the result in their match against Granada. It's been 48 years since the Merengues scored 9 goals in La Liga. 5 of those 9 came from none other than Cristiano Ronaldo. CR7 was all over the place, whether it's a header, a close-range shot, or a powerful strike, you name it, Ronaldo will score it. Lise Barnbaum and Michael Friedman with the story of the Feast in White.
It was a perfect showing for Real Madrid when they faced Granada. Carlo Ancelotti's men showed their best as Los Blancos obliterated Granada 9-1 in the 29th match of La Liga. A huge feat just 2 weeks after the Clásico, where they lost to Barcelona 2-1. The coach of Madrid had predicted Cristiano Ronaldo would find his form again, and with 5 goals at the Bernabeu, CR7 provided a real festival, once again overtaking his arch-rival from Barcelona.
Messi has done well in the past 2 months, while Cristiano has struggled. In the coming months, Cristiano will improve his statistics, although he has nothing to prove.
And Ronaldo lived up to the high expectations of his manager. This is the first time the Portuguese striker scored 5 goals in a match since his arrival to Madrid in 2009. He first slipped the ball across the net to beat the keeper. Then, an opportunity on a ball poorly cleared by the goalkeeper fell to Ronaldo. Next, a powerful shot from outside the box. And then a diving header off a pass from Gareth Bale. Finally, Ronaldo had a wonderful header from a free kick to finish everything off. It was a sweet night for the Portuguese striker, who now scored 36 goals in La Liga this season, 4 goals ahead of Messi. This match is also another fantastic performance by the BBC. The Madrid trio consists of Gareth Bale, Karim Benzema, and Cristiano Ronaldo. The Welshman opened up the scoring at the 25th minute. And the Frenchman Benzema hit a double, bringing his total to 15 goals in La Liga, tied with his countryman Antoine Griezmann. There were more good news for the European champions as midfielder James Rodriguez was back in action. The Colombian was out for 2 months after a broken foot and credited with 2 assists on his return. A great performance for Real added more pressure to the leaders of the Spanish league, Barcelona.
Michael, I can bet there's a competition within the press. Who goes with the bigger superlatives? Everyone's going crazy with this.
Of course, there's no surprise that what the headlines would be. The Independent headline read, Cristiano Ronaldo scores 5 for Real Madrid in an incredible 9-1 rout against Granada. The media love comparing Messi and Ronaldo every single game and every chance they can get. But this was another chance for Ronaldo to prove how he was the Ballon d'Or winner, the top player in the world. The 8-minute hat-trick that he scored was absolutely sensational. Words came to describe what he did that day. 5 goals. His teammates all giving him praise. Benzema said, Cristiano is phenomenon. He is always on the lookout for goals. And his coach, of course, Ancelotti, was very impressed with him. He said, what more can be said? Ronaldo has improved just as the team has. This is the first time he has scored 5 goals in a game, and that is good news for everyone and for him. But obviously, the other manager was not too thrilled. Granada's coach, he says, this is the biggest blow I've ever had, either as a player or a coach. So it wasn't all smiles for everyone on the pitch.
Yeah, there's always a loser. You asked, we saw Amit, Ronaldo, incredible performance at the beginning of the season. Then he kind of cooled down. Now comes this. Does this mean we are back to seeing the Ronaldo from the beginning of the season, which is essential for Real Madrid?
I don't, I'm not with all those who say, wow, Madrid are back to their best and Ronaldo, because first of all,
one game after all, and it's against Granada.
Granada were extremely poor. This match, first of all, did not add any respect for the Spanish La Liga, and 7-0 by the 55th minute. They were so poor.
Let's put it this way: it's not the Atletico Madrid defense they'll face as of next week.
Yeah, and Real Madrid, reminded me a bit of the joke: the skeleton who goes to see the doctor, and the doctor asks him, "Now you're coming." But still 4 points. If they can get back to them, Barcelona still has some difficult games. Valencia, Sevilla away. If Real can maybe. They need to win, I think, all their matches and pray. That's the only thing they have, because Barcelona now it's in their hands. They have they have Atletico Madrid in the Champions League as well. So it's a tough road. This honeymoon with Granada will not last in the next weeks.
So yeah, that's the story.
It will be much harder, but Ronaldo can be happy because he's 4 goals above Messi now in the charts of
and we know how important
scoring.
And we know how important that is for him. You mentioned the Atletico Madrid. The champions were once again far from impressive, but very effective, winning 2-0 in Cordoba. Griezmann and Saul scoring. I mean, they will not be champions again, but just the fact that they're still up there for the second straight season. We're in April. They're still there in the league, in the Champions League. That by itself is a big success.
Yeah, I think it's a great success. Losing every year their best player, Diego Costa, and then before that it was Falcao, and they still maintain a very high level of playing and focus. Because they are not the most talented team, but their efficiency. They know how to win games and to score from free kicks. They set records for goals in headers and set pieces. So they're an efficient team, and Real are very scared from them. They haven't won against them in 6 meetings this year. So, Atletico can focus on Champions League. Maybe they go a step higher. It will be amazing still. And, Valencia and Sevilla, we must mention them. They are great teams. We always talk about the big 2 teams, but Valencia and Sevilla are great teams that, they're giving them a big push for the places.
For the race. And let's take a look at the other results from this weekend in the Spanish League. Seville kept their hopes of qualifying to the Champions League next season as they beat Athletic Bilbao 2-0 at home. Malaga was held to a 1-0 draw at home with Real Sociedad, and no goals were scored at the Mestalla in the local derby between Valencia and Villarreal. The gap at the top remains at 4 points. Barcelona are first with 71, followed by Real Madrid with 67. Atletico Madrid are now back to third with 62 points, one more than Valencia, who are down to fourth. Seville closed the top 5 list with 58 points. Now to France, where the biggest game of the season, Le Classique, took place at the Stade Vélodrome, and it was surely one to remember. Anytime Marseille and Paris Saint-Germain face off, it's a big deal. When both teams are in the championship race, it's even bigger. It seemed to be going Marseille's way as they were up 2-1 at halftime, Gignac scoring both goals for the home team. But the champions quickly replied in the second half, a huge 3-2 win for PSG, who retains the top spot and possibly knock their bitter rivals out of the race. Michael, there was a lot of criticism on Laurent Blanc throughout the season, but now he brings them to a place where the championship, again, is within reach. They're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, having knocked out Chelsea. Again, as the season progresses, it seems to be better.
Much better for them. Fox Sports headlines read, PSG reclaimed top of Ligue 1 with feisty win over Marseille. The French Classic, the PSG showed great resilience, and that's what the press was showing about how they came back. PSG's coach, Laurent Blanc, was obviously very happy, but was disappointed with some of the injuries that came from it. He said, "We'll savor the victory, but we paid an expensive price because we lost 2 players. That is a problem, but we were happy to, that we won against Marseille." And PSG, they're hoping for a lot of silverware. They still have a lot of opportunities to take. They can win the French Cup, the Champions League, the League Cup, and the league title. So Matuidi said, "It's up to us to fight to the end, and we'll do everything to win the maximum of trophies they can." So PSG is looking hungry, and they want to get a lot of trophies this year.
And Amit, we see how important is the fact that they have a big squad. They won in Marseille. Zlatan was not at his best. They left Chelsea out with Zlatan basically out after the red card in the first game.
10 players.
So with 10 players, so that shows how important is the big squad, especially at this part of the season.
Yes, and it's not only the big squad; it's the experience in big matches. Marseille does not have that. They have many young players, many nice and talented players, but they don't have the stars that are used to playing the big matches in European competition and in France. So, and of course the quality of the players. Yes, the injuries, David Luiz, out for several weeks, maybe Thiago Silva. They have, some issues, but, the squad is so big. Maybe they can deal with that. It's, if they need now to be at their best. Zlatan faces maybe, suspension. On Thursday, we will know how many matches he will miss.
But they're doing fine. They're doing fine when he's on slower times.
They're doing fine, and yes, but but they still need to prove that. They have after they beat Chelsea, and had revenge.
Barcelona is a big test.
Yeah, and Chelsea they lost last year, so it was a revenge. Barcelona 2 years ago they lost again. So it's like that it's like a good karma they have. The rivals that they need, they have something open, to close with them. But anyway, they look better now. They have Saint-Etienne in the semi-final of the Cup, Bastia in the Cup League Cup final, and then Barcelona. And they could still win 4 trophies. And if they do that, everyone will eat their hats.
Could be a huge season coming up. PSG may have left Marseille behind, but that doesn't mean the championship is already in their pocket. There's another team who is not willing to give up. Lyon came back from Guingamp with a 3-1 win. Top strikers Alexander Lacazette and Nabil Fekir were both on target for Lyon. Clinton Moinige added one more, and they're clearly not going anywhere. With 7 matches to go, Marseille may just be out of the race. The other 2 are very, very close. Paris Saint-Germain is first with 62 points, followed by Lyon with 61. Marseille are now 5 points away in 3rd place. Monaco are 4th with 54 points and a game in hand. Further down is Saint-Etienne with 53. Amit, basically it's now up to Lyon to stop PSG. Can they do it? Because they're a good team, but they're not that good team from the previous decade.
Well, Lyon are underdogs. No, everybody agrees. They are second best. They are, not as rich as PSG. Don't have the same talent. They have nothing to lose, and they don't play in Europe.
And they don't have the distraction called Barcelona coming up.
Yeah, and Paris playing in 3 other competitions that Lyon does not. So they are focused only on the league, and And I cannot believe that Lyon will do it. But I remember 2 years ago we said the same about Montpellier, and they managed to take the championship out of PSG hands. So everybody would love to see that, but Lyon, everybody who's not a PSG fan would love to see that.
Yeah, those who love the underdogs.
But I'm not. I think PSG, in the big matches when they need to take the points, like we saw, they will. By the way, something interesting: the battle for third and final place for the Champions League next year is going to be hot because Monaco is right up there with Marseille.
Amit Leventhal, Marco Friedman, thank you both for being with us in Talking Football this week. And that's it for us. We'll see you again next week in Talking Football. Till then, thank you for watching and have a great week. Bye-bye.